Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining today. We'll be covering off today some practical tips on how to increase conversion rates on site. Thanks to everyone who completed the registration question for attending. Some of the top responses we saw were offering a more accurate search to help shoppers find what they need, improving search functionality on our website, creating more efficiencies both for acquisition and retention, and then boosting relevancy and conversions. And these are some of the key areas I see when I talk to customers. So great to see some of those answers come through as well. I'm your host for today. My name's Michael Smedley. I'm one of our e-commerce business development managers. So I spend a lot of time talking to customers about how Searchspring might be able to help and determining the areas where we can really provide value for you. So you'll see a QR code link there as well. So please feel free to scan to email through any questions as well. In terms of Searchspring, we're a search, merchandising and personalization platform. We're the #1 platform in APAC when we've got over 175 clients in region. The key reasons there are really, it comes down to the breadth and depth of our functionality, and I'll cover off some of that. And then our great customers that we have based on our support and implementations that we run from Australia. Some of the key reasons we see clients coming to us for Searchspring is low conversions and low average order value. Shoppers aren't able to find what they need quickly. Sometimes they're telling me they spend too much time on manual merchandising, and then they're investing a ton of time, effort, and money to bring shoppers onto site, and then they feel like they're not being able to present that personalized experience, and shoppers are getting more of a generic experience on site. So Rip Curl is a case study of ours. It's one we love working with. And the first area I wanted to touch on for boosting conversions is the autocomplete. So the ability to look at, for example, when I search for wetsuit on Rip Curl, very common search for them, very important search. You have things like popular search terms and then relevant categories and filtering options. So I'll note now as well that this is dynamic. So if I hover over wetsuit top, you can see that the products change to that. And if I go back to wetsuit, and then the same as well when I start to hover over categories like kids, men's, and women, you can see it's all returning relevant options and sub-filtering down to a lower number. Same with things like color as well. So the key value here is that shoppers can drill down onto the results they're looking for without having to scroll through hundreds of search results for something like wetsuit, just giving them a more curated experience as well. With Rip Curl, we also power, of course, their search relevancy. So when I search for wetsuit, making sure that everything returned is a relevant result, right? So super relevant results. And then the next thing to mention is that we will power their sort and filter options on search results and collections. So as I come down, you can see those classic examples like color and size. But then we are powering all of these additional, more detailed filters like entry system, and then these technical details like thickness, style, and so on. So all of these powered by Searchspring, as well as your sort options like bestsellers, newness, and then relevancy as well as a classic example. Frock, another fantastic case study client. Again, powering filters. So you can see, in addition to your standard price, color, and sizing, we're powering these filters like occasion, style, and so on for that extra detailed look. Obviously, Frock has got a ton of dresses, so anything they can do to help customers drill down and pick specifically will enable those shoppers to convert at a higher rate. The next aspect of conversions is merchandising, right? So getting the best products to the top of results, getting the products you know are going to sell the best. So if you look here, you can see that all of these top products have the Just Landed badge. We're powering this badge, so that's based on newness, so promoting all their new products to the top. So with Frock, they release a bunch of new products. So when they come out, they know they sell really well. So they want to push these to the top of results to ensure that all of the top products, the first products that customers see, have a much higher chance of converting. And we're also making sure in the merchandising that high products are appearing at the top. So because this is prime real estate, so we want to make sure that all of these top products have more than just 1 or 2 sizes. They've got a wide range of sizes available. Similar example on the upside. Again, you can see they promote new products to the top. And then you can see here they're also running banners, which is like promotional content in promotional tiles here. So this is hyperlinked to their new collection. So again, the upside know highest conversions are going to be their new products. So they want to push as much traffic there as they can, with the end goal, of course, of maximizing customer conversion. Next thing to mention is things like zero results. So for example, Incu doesn't sell crocodile boots, of course, but this is an example to show that if I return zero results, we've got these recommendations here that Searchspring is powering. So ensuring that even if a shopper returns zero results, they have products to click into. They have recommendations, because we know that a zero result search is quite often a very high bounce rate, which is going to have a negative impact on that on-site conversion rate. I'm now going to jump into the back end to run through Searchspring in a little bit more detail. So login screen for Searchspring, just the main thing to note is you have that focus on conversion rates here again with search performance. So you're able to see exactly how your conversion rates are going with and without search, your revenue and so on, and then like the percentage of shoppers using search as well. So a very significant focus on reporting, making sure that you're up to speed on how everything is performing on site. Next, the search breakdown report is very useful because we can look at our most common or highest revenue generating searches with the queries here on the left, and then identify things like the average order value and conversion rates for each. So the use case here is that what we see clients doing is they look at their highest performing searches, and then any searches that are performing lower in terms of conversion rate than average. This, of course, flags it as potentially needing optimization. And then from there, very easily able to merchandise these search results. So identifying the highest impact searches and then making changes to boost the conversion rate is going to have the highest value for customers in terms of time spent and boosting conversions. Also have the ability to manage synonyms as well. So classic synonym would be like a naming convention for a t-shirt. So we have t-shirt with a dash, t-shirt without, T, crew, and v-neck, all potentially meaning the same product. So with Searchspring, very, very easy to set this up so that all of these searches will return the same results, which really normalizes that customer experience. And you can see some other examples like denim shorts, dresses, and so on, all returning the same. Any sort of misspellings are going to be recorrected to the nearest possible word. So you have that dual ability of synonyms and spell correct as well to make sure we return the right results. Next, looking at merchandising. This is the next sort of key aspect in improving conversions, is making sure that the right products are returning for shoppers, and the products that you know as the vendor that are your highest probability to sell. So we merchandise in Searchspring through what we call campaigns. So a global campaign is a catch-all campaign that will run across the entire site by default. So powering things like in-stock, newness, seasonality, and bestsellers. Then we have individual campaigns against, for example, your collections and against your search results as well. When this is set up, it'll run by default on every search result and every collection on site, meaning that it's your catch-all, right? As soon as this set is set up, the entire site is going to be merchandised. So it's very easy for you to ensure that there is a baseline level of merchandising, which is going to ensure that conversions are as high as they can be. We boost in this tab called Boosts here. So in order of priority, we have in stock, and that extends to size curve availability or color availability as well. Then we have newness and seasonality. Very easy to make changes. So if I say move from winter to summer, you can see we're returning those summer items instead of those sweaters, vests, and other winter products. Also noting that we can boost on anything we pull in through the e-commerce feed. So very able to configure to your specific use case. And as you could see on examples like Rip Curl and St. Frock, they had some very specific filtering because we're able to plug into any of the data feeds that are in your e-commerce platform. But being able to boost on things like particular brands, particular collections, even things like color, material, gross margin percentage, and so on, makes it very easy to configure this to your specific requirements. Also mentioning as well, we showed some banners on the upside. Very, very easy to add in banners on site, either at the top, left, bottom, or inline in the product feed. Very easy to set this up. Don't need a developer to do it. You could do it as a marketing manager, an e-commerce manager, or even someone whose part-time role is to manage the website, right? So ease of use is key here. And we see a lot of value from banners in terms of boosting customer confidence with things like business stories or directing them to those preferred areas like your best-selling page or new products as well. Also able to manage Searchspring, use Searchspring to manage your individual collections or search results. So looking at for example, all dresses category, able to pin products to place as well, just noting that. And then also you can see we've got the same style with boosting rules as well. But the other thing to quickly mention is that we do have personalization enabled, which means you can have personalized search results, categories, and recommendations for each individual customer. Is providing more of a personalized experience, A, and then B, also being able to promote the right products to a customer that we know they have a much higher chance of converting on. Again, it all comes back to boosting conversion rates, right? In terms of recommendations, we can just mention that we can place recommendations anywhere on site. So any particular use case you have, we can account for with recommendations. But in terms of types, some of the most common and highest value ones we see are cross-selling. We want to put this on almost any customer. So recommending complementary products to what the item is, right? So what can we promote to them that would go well with the product they're already looking to purchase, with the idea being to increase that cart size and increase the average order value. Then we have similar, so recommending alternates, cart level cross sells, so that pop-out cart level and that checkout level, what are the final products we can recommend before they complete their purchase? Personal recommendations are going to be those personalized options for customers, and then we have those classics like recently viewed and best-selling as well if you need. Bit of a whirlwind run through of everything today. So if you have any other questions, please scan the QR code to send me through an email. More than happy to run through a full overview of Searchspring. We covered this off at a very high level today, so more than happy to cover it off in more detail for you. Thanks everyone for joining today, and just reiterating again, feel free to reach out. Thank you.